everyone, we are here again with a new episode of Digital Jobs. Today we will have here Daniel, and Daniel is a game developer, so let's start. So, hello, thank you for being here.
Hello.
What's your name?
My name is Daniel.
Okay.
Surname Shek.
You're from Belarus, amazing. And
Yes.
you are living here in Lithuania.
Yeah.
And you are working here in Lithuania.
Yes.
Okay. And what's your age? How old are you?
Just 21 years old in a few...
21?
Yes, in a few weeks I will be 22.
Oh, wow. So you are 99.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I thought that you were older. No.
The problem is that in Belarus we study for 4 years, not for a lot more like here. So it took me about 2 years to study, and other 2 years in university I was working, so it's fine to me.
What's your job?
So my job is called like a position called game designer. So all I do is designing games. You know, there are people who program in games, who making 3D models, who making art, who making sound, and so and so. But I'm like the one who has the vision to make all this system as one consistent part. We are not drawing games.
Okay.
Designers don't draw, they just design. Because whenever I'm speaking about what I'm making money for my life, everybody first time when they hear designer, they think like, okay, maybe it's interior, maybe you write something, maybe you draw something, but it's not. We have a problem to solve, we have a game to do. Like we want the gamer to be the unstoppable killing machine. So I need to do every system
Make it
in this
easy.
game, yes, should work properly, just to give the feeling of this unstoppable killing machine to player. So I'm designing the experience. It's better to say, yeah, I'm designing experience. So the core idea, thoughts from game director, producer, doesn't matter who, but then I should think how we can do this, how we can solve this.
Okay.
And that's all.
Do you want to tell us your typical day at work? What do you do when you woke up and you have to start doing those things?
So my morning starts from a big breakfast because you can't design things while you're hungry. That's
I'm agree.
Yeah. Next thing, sometimes yes, I'm waking up, switching on my computer, and then just what things should I do today? Most of the times it could be
Like a to-do list.
just to-do list, and there could be stuff like write to someone, speak to someone, to know what they want. Like stakeholders want that our game should do this, but not this. Okay, I should talk with them and write down somewhere. Next type of I think to-do lists thing could be, we need new system, please design it. So I just sit down and try to find how it's to better to communicate for future purposes, like for programmers and so on. So most of the times I write down on something kind of like a Word, Microsoft Word, but we're using Confluence. It's just easier to do it remotely in some cloud and so and so. After that, yes, sometimes I use Paint, but still,
It's working.
it's working, because whenever the newcomers saying what's the structure of the design document, what you should do to give the others your vision, all I say is just doesn't matter, because all you need is just to give it to them.
Okay.
How you will do it doesn't matter. For me, it works with the text just because I love writing. I write, I think, pretty good, pretty precise. So everybody
Understand
yes.
what.
Sometimes, okay, just to more visualize something, I use Paint. Yes, and it's you shouldn't see this because it's really kind of mess. But still, sometimes somebody can understand what I'm talking about.
It seems cool.
So the game designers are different. It's like I'm the type of game designer who love to talk a lot, okay, communicate a lot, and to design things less than communicating with the others. So maybe in the future we'll use it for some other positions, not just game designer. But now it's game designer, and I'm happy with this. Yeah, but sometimes there could be things like you need to use your mathematics skills to count something. You need to play in game. Yeah, we were testing the new ideas, how they feel, how they explain the experience. We're testing the experience. We've got new models, new skills that these models can do, and so on. And after that, okay, we thought, okay, this stuff works, this not, so we can change the bit. We can not change something. So yes, that's the stuff.
Okay, thank you.
Play tests.
And how long it takes to create a game from scratch to launching
it? Depends on the complexity
of
the game.
Okay.
So now it takes much longer time than it was in the past years.
And approximately it is like months, years? I don't know, because I'm not in the field. At least years. Okay.
No, so there's it depends on the product, because there is a genre mobile games called hyper casual.
Okay.
It means that it's really hyper casual. It's just so casual as it could be, and it takes about few weeks, month to make it and create and to release it. But what concerns maybe bigger ones could take years and years and years.
Okay. Do you have any examples? Games that maybe I can know, or someone can know, not me, someone in that field?
Let's start from the beginning. Which games do you know?
Oh,
you played.
I don't play, so this is the problem.
Okay,
but my brother play, for example, a game like Minecraft that seems simple. The graphic seems simple, but I'm sure that it's not. Something like that.
So
okay.
You should differ that there are a lot of types of games as well, like a premium game that's made from scratch from the beginning to the end. Then you just buy it and it's full experience you get. But what concerns Minecraft, it is mostly like a game as a service. So it means that you make some functionality, you make the first builds, the first release, and after that you can just update it with the new mechanics, with the new ideas, with the new whatever you want. And Minecraft, I think it took about 10 years maybe to make it as it's what we see. But yes, from the beginning it was the idea. I want to build the world from the cubes. And so that's the beginning. After that, he made just look at this person who making this game, Marcus. I don't remember his surname. But the thing is, he done strong core on which he could use. He's using to our days. He's not making this game. It's sold to Microsoft, but it doesn't matter. So other people who work in this game, they can just to make it larger and larger, some other stuff to do.
Okay.
So yes, but sometimes it could be like a game, I don't know, Cyberpunk. So it took about, as far as I remember, 6 or 7 years. But it should
really?
Yes, but it should be at least 2 more to make it just the way they want to. The way they're marketing to us.
Okay.
So you understand that
maybe they were losing so much money and they need to release it.
Yes, that's the problem. Because it was too ambitious.
What's the name of your company, if you can say it, or if you want to say it?
I'll say it. I'm working in wargaming. So we're making games. The wargaming, it's developer of the legendary World Tanks, the game that's probably your dad, maybe some other's dad playing right now because it's popular above this age of people, about this gender. Yes, it's game as a service, so it's a about 11 years since its release. So it's
11.
11. And then we will have at least 10 more years.
Wow.
Yes, of this service. So yeah.
How the company pay its own the wages in the meantime? Releasing other things
Okay,
or having license or selling services online? How it works?
So
How can be sustainable this kind of business?
I will tell you that even this game you should not buy it. So you cannot
Okay.
buy it. You don't pay 16 euros at the beginning. You
Okay.
just don't pay at all because it's free to play.
Wow, so
But
how?
You come to play this game just for free. Just
Mhm.
okay, here you go. You can do whatever you want. We can give you mechanics. We give you quests to do, the missions and so and so. But then we talk to you. Okay, you want this new fancy tank? This could help you to.
Oh, okay. Now I remember.
Yeah.
So my brother tell me, yeah, I want this character, but I need to pay for it. And
Yes.
now
yes.
we are in the game, and now you want it, and you will pay for it. Okay, okay.
That's the stuff. Yeah. So you need to pay for this character and
Features.
these features.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and these characters could be much more. So just try to understand 11 years and how many characters we can make and
How many people
characters-
they are playing?
How many
So
people they're playing? Yes. How many money they spend every time? It's not like you bought the game for 60 euros and then you play it whenever you want, how many times you want. I know people who spend their time and money like this, and they're just it could be maybe some other guy next door.
yeah,
Because it's just
Of course.
they're not that rich, or they're not that this, how to say it correctly, fat guys that don't eat healthy food and spend all the time just in this computer
a
game.
stereotype of
Yes,
the
but it's
gamer.
not. They just they could be every one of us. The only difference between them that they love this game so much, or they want this content so much, so they spend a lot of money just to get it.
Okay. And do you think that this is something because many people see it like that, no? When I grew up, my mom was like, don't watch TV many hours, don't play many hours, this is an addiction, and so on. And now the world is changing, and I know it. I'm working in the digital marketing, so small part, but social media are one of those parts
Yes.
of, and it can be an addiction, and I know it. But at the same time, what do you think about it?
Everything could lead to addiction. It doesn't matter. Maybe even just water can be your addiction. Salt, some kind of fruits.
I'm
Doesn't
agree with
matter. Just not just food. Yes, it depends on your discipline. Yes, for some people they can be their reality.
Mm-hmm.
They don't waste, as they think, their time in real life, so they don't. They spend most of the time. Most of the people are in their world, in this digital world.
Mm-hmm.
We made, yes, we're these scary guys. We're this bad company that making games just to fuel people addicted. No, that's not. That's not the stuff. It just depends how people discipline themselves. I know a lot of people find families in such games.
Older
Some
people.
Yes. Friends, you can find their friends, you can socialize. Also, you know something about one game, so you can just go in a group. Guys, I'm new fan of this game here, so what we got here? Other people said okay, welcome. So we have meeting tomorrow, you can join us. And they see each other in person in real life, and they have fun together. It's okay. But yes, sometimes it could be just
Online.
Yes, and I think what should people do? Not to restrict games. They should just tell others how could it be used.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Do you have any project that you worked on that you really enjoyed or love and that you want to tell us about? Or basically every kind of project that you worked on was good or something that you enjoyed?
You know, almost every project I was working on, I really loved it. That's how I just work. I can't work on a project that I don't like, because it's like you can have sex with the people you don't love too. You don't like too. Maybe some can, but I can't. Well, the first job I got was just not that good as a game company studio, but we did a lot of things, commercial things. Even some insurance company came to us and we went to make games with our mascot. You just see. Okay,
wow.
Why? Why? Okay, it doesn't matter. You pay for us and we make games. Yes.
You have your first time with an insurance company. You know, you can say
yes.
it.
So insurance companies,
like supermarket,
they came to us like, guys, we want you to make augmented reality game. You're like, okay, what we can do? Okay, here you go. So like,
what's your idea?
Give me this cup.
Yeah.
So the first game was like, you have this cup, you have a telephone, you have a game here. You just scan this up.
Okay.
And on the screen you see that animals appear. There was like mascots of the European games in Minsk. The last one was just said it. So you can play in games. Okay, there was a basketball. So the gameplay, you just need to swipe the ball to
in the
yes,
cup.
in the basket. Yeah.
Okay.
In this cup, yeah.
Oh wow.
The cup was like a basketball circle. I don't know, let's say. Yeah, and that's the gameplay. There was few more games, but still just like you can do game from nothing.
Yeah, that seems pretty cool and pretty fun.
The second one project was the same stuff with augmented reality, but with the book. So you just open the book,
amazing.
Scan it, and there's some game.
Okay.
Now I'm working on World of Tanks. In my company, there are not much people who of my age. They are much older than me.
Really?
Yeah.
So the average age in your company is higher than yours?
Because we hiring the very experienced people.
Okay.
So I got my chance to join the team just because of internship and a lot of hard work. Yes, but most of the team members, company members, are above 30 years old.
I just want to talk a little bit more about your background. Like, what was your career path, your study path? You did university, you did high school, which university, and when did you realize that you want to be a game developer?
So I should begin from the childhood. Like, I think most of young people, young guys enjoy playing video games. Most of them would like to be game developers, but not me. I was thinking that I will be a dentist or president. Yeah, it doesn't or this or this. So as the president, yeah, there's some complicated things going on in Belarus, yeah, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, and dentists. But then, and what concerns games, my mom, as we were talking before, she was against this hobby.
Yes. I think like many other moms, we can say,
yes,
you know.
But me and my
traditional
brother,
moms.
Yes, me and my brother, he's 10 years older than me.
Oh wow.
So we were like partisans. We just made it underground. We did it like without our parents knowing that we're playing games. So yes, there were different kind of things we done just to play games. And when I was in school, I enjoyed a lot, big variation of activities. I enjoyed acting. Then when it comes to choosing the university, I joined Belarusian Radio Electronics University Institute. I don't know how it's spelled correctly in English.
Oh, don't
But
worry.
yes, it's more about informatics, about mechanics, about physics stuff, and so and so. But there was like the first course of game development in the whole country. Still, it's better than nothing because of that I had a lot of experience when I came from the university, because I used to do some of 3D modeling, I used to make games on game engines, some of programming. And yes, on the first course, I was thinking that I'm not going to do games just because it's hard, because a lot of people want to do this. And I was like, okay, I'll try some programming. But I failed at it, because I'm not the type of guy who can program for a long time. I mean, not just this guy. After that, I tried to join some 3D modeling, because my drawings are terrible. Then I thinking of going to be as a game designer. And as far as I remember, everyone wanted to be game designer because they thought that this is the guys who don't do anything. Yes, I think that we don't do anything, but still it works. Nobody knows. Should know this. Don't tell to other game developers. And as far as I remember, I thinking of everyone wants to be game designer, so I could fail. But then I go, no. I will be the game designer. I just took.
When you start to believe in yourself,
just believe, fake
worked.
it until you make it. You know. So I was when I was driving by public transport, most of the times I was hearing the podcasts in my ears and write down some cool things I learned from these podcasts. I read a lot of articles, some books, and after some time I just made the CV on our Belarusian Работа тут бай. This is like you can find someone's CV and recruit it in your company.
Okay.
And at this time I asked my teacher, because he was a game developer, said maybe
Wow.
you can help me. Maybe you can help me to
Create the best CV.
No, just join some company.
Okay.
Just this,
Okay.
because if you want to be a game designer, all you need to do at first is just make game. It's hard too, because as a game designer you're not making anything, you're just designing. And yes, you can just learn the tools to make something little for yourself, but I was the kind of a lazy guy who thought the best way for me was to join some company. Yeah, so I gave him the CV resume. Yeah. He said, like, oh yes, I will ask some recruiters, and in 2 days somebody called me.
Wow.
But it was not from this guy.
No.
It was other guys who I was working this augmented reality stuff I told you before.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But so I was working for 7 months for $150 for like a
Yeah.
full-time
Something
job.
like a internship.
It's not. It
But
wasn't internship
it was
because
a
it was
work.
7 months at least. So yes, I was happy that my mom and dad supported me a lot, so I can just eat
Learn.
food. Yes, I just can learn. And I remember this conversation with the family. I said like, okay, please, I want you to help me, just support me, please. And in future, I'll beg you, I'll be just the best I can do. They believed me, and this worked out, as you see. Yes.
Tears.
Yeah, just 2 years. After these 7 months, I just quit this job because I thought that I can do something
Better.
and time to grow up, to go to
Okay.
some other company.
Yeah, you had your own small experience there, and
Yeah.
now level up.
Yes. In university, I saw one poster called like a Wargaming Forge. So this is the internship for young people from university, inexperienced, it doesn't matter. And I was waiting. Oh, okay, I will try to apply there. this day came, and as far as I remember, there was a lecture. We were sitting in our computers, and they said, "Okay, guys, there is so you can just finish the tests and try to join this internship." Others were so inspired, they were writing. There was just two things you need to do: motivation letter.
Okay, yeah,
Yes.
we have it too in Italy.
And
Cover
English.
letter. Oh no, okay.
That's all. It was sounds simple, but as far as I remember, there was 15 people to be in this group, and on one place there were 22 candidates. It was pretty hard
Yeah.
to join, as I think.
For sure.
Yes. So motivation letter, I have it. I reread it sometimes just for.
That's nice.
Yes, for me, like wow, this was a lucky ticket for me. I made it, and also I was.
Golden
I
ticket.
visited my English teacher just to finish the English part as fast as I can. Just why should I just do it myself if I can do it with the teacher? Just to be confident. That's all.
Yeah.
So.
An investment in the future.
Yes, investment in the future. I submitted all the stuff, and recruiter said to us, "Who's gonna be first?" I was like, "It's gonna be me." So I get in this room, and now I know who these people was. But for me, at first sight, was just some general maybe developers, but in fact it was head of game design and head of product or some kind of it. And we were speaking about. So I was the first one who submitted this motivation in English. We were speaking about games, just like how they saw the game called Serious Sam, said, "Wow, it's like a boomer shooter. It's a very old game. Why you played it?" I said, "I enjoyed the old games because they're clear, that's a finished experience, they're cool and so on." So they were like, "Okay, maybe you play some new games." They was not confident that I'm playing new games, just playing the old ones. But we find few, and we were speaking about them. So the idea of this conversation was just to understand how
The
we are
mentality,
thinking. Yes, the
of course.
mentality. And as the history knows, my mentality fits well with them. Yeah. And I was lucky, I was submitted to this internship. We had about
Amazing.
half a year, 5 months to study. We were studying with a lot of guys somehow connected to game design. And there was nothing that I learned new, but in fact I just make it all consistent.
Okay.
Yes, as a system, solid system, all this knowledge. And yeah, after that they just proposed like, "Will you join us?" I said, "Of course, why not?" Because I was brought in a project that I was playing in 4 years before. I gave up this game, but before I was playing and I really enjoyed it. And then just how the history goes, now I'm here, like still in the same company, just because I have a lot of opportunities to grow up, to have cool projects and so and so. So that's why how to say correctly, to be as a game designer, first thing you need to do just to create games. But how you create games, how you make the first one, it's just on you. It could be like, you can do it yourself, you can do it with some other guy, you can do it with the company, but still all you need to do is just do first your game.
Okay.
Just to call yourself a game designer, because if you don't do anything, because even if you know a lot of theory, it doesn't help you. Because most of the game design theory is just nothing. You need to learn practical skills like managing people, inspire them, communicating, writing the good game design documents, learn analytics, math sometimes, game engines and so on. So Yes, so that's the recipe, but the paths you can follow them by is different.
Okay, so if someone will ask you, I want to be a game developer, do you have any recommendation for him or her?
So the game development is a big industry, and first of all you need to figure out who you want to be, because you can be programmer, 3D model, you do 3D models, analytics, marketing, 2D art, UI UX design, game design, and so and so. There are a lot of things you can do there.
Macro areas. Okay.
Yes, micro areas. So first thing you need to figure out, because if you're like me, like I'm the one who have not that working hands, not that good to make something, but I have very good skills at managing and at writing, at communicating, and so on. So I first thought about game design. That's all.
So those are the fundamental skills that you would recommend: communication, leadership, and good writing.
I don't know, is it possible to train as a game designer? Because most of the times when speaking to young people, I think this should be just temperament, right
Okay.
mentality. Because how the thoughts in your head circulating, that's maybe the main thing that distinguish game designers from the others even in the game development company. Yes, you can train most of our skills are soft skills, not hard skills. But yes, well, when you're a programmer, you can learn languages, programming languages, you can learn many other things. But while you're a game designer, most of the things you need to have practice and soft skills. Hard skills, they're not that much.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Thank you. How many hours do you work a day or per week?
So
How it works?
How it works in our company.
In your company, for
yes,
sure.
In my company, I think that's the best system it could be, just because you need to be available from 10 or 11 hours to 5 hours or 6 hours, I don't remember. So you just need to be available. I can do it by phone, just to, okay, somebody called me and said, oh, how we can do this? And I was, okay, I will just
Work on it.
Yes, I'll do some stuff. But the most thing that's there's a work, there is a thing that should be done.
Okay, some tasks.
If you do all the tasks, you can be free. That's all.
You have like a weekly tasks or daily? Mainly.
Depends on the.
Okay, it depends
yes.
on the project and the
project,
moment.
but yes, I tried most of the tasks are done by myself, so I try to be more like independent, to have these tasks, to think about, okay, this week I should focus on what should I do? Yes, so yesterday I finished all the tasks, and I think, okay, so I finished all the tasks, I will spend some time on learning something new, because industry goes on, the new tools appear, and you should think about how you can use them as the game designer. You can maybe not use them, but have it in the head while designing something new.
Do you have like a more hierarchical structure in your company, or is like friendship teams that are working with other teams, or is just my boss, his boss, his boss, and so on?
It's not that restricted.
Okay.
So for me, I feel comfortable to communicate with. I should consulting boss before, but on some tasks I should talk to my bosses to communicate with their bosses. But sometimes I feel it's good to have communications with them also, because they see like a project in general, and you have more view on some precise things, little things.
Okay.
You should communicate to them, you should speak about them.
Okay.
And it's health of the project. So I think these communications should be.
When you're working on a project, you're working in team, right?
Yes.
And those teams are just the macro areas that are in your company around the game developer job, or there are some like teams in a specific project? How it works? How many people there are in those teams, for example?
I'll try not to speak about my company, but in general.
Okay, in general, for sure.
In general, there could be like projects where the company where they're using discipline model. It means that we have projects and we need a few professionals in their discipline. And you go with me. When the project finishes, they just split up. And new project comes in, they just you go with me. There is some other model that could be used, like some units, some groups. It's focusing on one specific item of a project. Like some guys do
more vertical, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like a separate teams. There's somebody above these teams.
Like a project manager.
Yes, they have vision. They have vision on their specific projects and so on. So it's more stable teams. So you have like these resources, and you can use only them. You can't use some more resources from whenever you want.
Okay.
No, it's not works like this. And all these models are good. It depends on a project.
And do you think that your job allows you to travel? If you want to travel the world in the meantime, can you do it?
First of all, it gives money. Yes, because of money you can travel. That's the stuff. For now, we have remote work, but yes, while we're on remote, you can go whenever you want, but still you need to be available to connect to meetings, do your job, and so on. So you need to be flexible, I think, in such case, because yes, I have remote work. I think if I ask my team leader, just can I go, please? I will go to France. I will work from there, but after that, in the evening, I'll just go in some restaurant. I just will go and watch Eiffel Tower. Yeah, can I do? Yes, you can, but you should do your task. Of course, I will do. But still, I will be remote. But still, it's effectively to solve some things in person. Well, not that a lot of people work in office, so it's not that urgent. But in the future, I think we will come back to some kind of a hybrid model with and it will be important to be as much people as it could be in the office, just because this non-verbal communication is easier for people, and to make one project to just light up everyone to inspire. So that's why complicated question. But now we have what we have. We can't do anything with these restrictions.
How much do you earn, or how much a person in your position earn in average?
So I can speak about my position. In Lithuania, I love one thing. That's if you find some job, you need to write down the salary which you will pay for this position. So you should understand at least the basic needs, how much they cost, and ask for this salary, because you need to work, you need your time to... You need sometimes to live out of this work. So I think it's good enough to ask at least the average salary while you're working in such industry, because industry have money, yes? So if you ask just the average salary, I don't know how much is it in Lithuania, but still it's fine. And I think I'm doing well. I think I need a little bit more, not just thinking that I need, I think that I earn a little bit more money. Okay, and if you ask, they will raise your salary. If you're not asking, they will not, because why they should? So that's the stuff. So game designer salary was about 2,400 till 3,200. And it was middle position.
That's good.
So middle position you can achieve it in 2 years, 3, 4. it depends on your like
Of course.
yes, how much you give
On
it
your
to it.
effort.
Yes. So this is the open information.
Just a few more questions.
Mhm.
Do you like your job?
Yes, of course.
It seems
I
like.
really enjoy it. I love it. I'm passionate about it, and so and so.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
And where do you see yourself like in 5 years?
Oh, I have this question on my job a few days ago. I see me in higher positions. I would like to be a visionaire, and then how to say correctly, the one guy who thinks about direction. It's hard because you need to understand what people will enjoy in the future, in the 5 years, because at least how it takes.
Not easy at all.
Yes, it's not easy at all, but it could be done just, well, you have enough experience, you have the proper mentality, you can just foresee what's going to be in future, because you need to make game for 5 years and so and so. Also, the thing I'm focusing on right now, not now, but in the near future, is to make like a personal brand, even in the industry. So you need to go to conferences, to speak to people. They should know you to, or maybe
Yeah, personal branding.
Just
for sure.
yes, because became an.
You
to
became the
share
product.
Experience. Yes, became product. That's fine. And yes, this stuff. And in a few, like in the next 5 years, I think that I finally find my place to live, to stay. Because now I feel not that kind of dedicated to Lithuania. Maybe I will change this country to some other. Maybe I will stay here. Maybe something changed. I don't know. It doesn't
You're really
matter.
young, so
Yes,
you have time.
That's
I
why
think.
I have a lot of time. Not that a lot, because it takes some time to make family, weddings, find a good girl, partner, and so and so. But yes, so the focus is career, place to stay, and family. It's, I think, basic stuff. Okay. Also, I would like to finally learn how to play the guitar or any kind of a musical instrument, because I have 3 instruments in Minsk in Belarus, but I can't play any of them. Maybe also I'll join some kind of a voice acting. I enjoy this sphere and I have a little experience in it. So, but maybe, okay, it's maybe not 5 years. 5 years I think very little for so a lot of goals, but we will see, yeah.
Okay, how do you feel right now?
I just feel great. Maybe if you asked me the same question a few months ago, when I felt like very bad because I left the home, it was hard. But then I had a vacation. I go to Turkey, came back and thought like, oh, it's not that bad. Everything is good. So now I feel great, and I think the same stuff I will say you next years.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah.
so. Thank you for being here, and really, I hope that you will have an amazing life and an amazing career in your job, maybe your personal brand or your company, who knows? Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
this is it. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
being